Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach with another actionable tip so you can sound like a pro and gain more podcast fans. Today's tip is all about scripting your podcast. Should you script it all? Just a little bit, or nothing at all and just wing it? Deciding to script or not to script your podcast is all about personal preference, and it'll make a huge difference in your performance. Podcasting, broadcasting, and presenting is an art form. It's a real skill that has to be crafted and practiced. Everyone is different. Some people are stronger at going off the cuff than others, and some sound like a complete robot when reading more than 5 words in a row. And then there's something in the middle, point form. You might love point form. It jumps off the paper. It's easy to read. It's short little spurts, and it's not too difficult to comprehend. So what's the best method for you? Well, without hearing you, I can't answer that question. If you've listened to my podcast before, you know that I do coaching. Sounding scripted or rambling too much, these are some of the things that I listen for. So you can hire me to do that, or you can go back to episode 3, where I tell you how to listen to your podcast. You can self-diagnose your performance, focus on your delivery, and ask yourself, do I sound natural? How much of this podcast do you think is scripted? Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, call me out. I'd love to hear what you think. Here's a hint. It's not 0. And that's the secret. Today, I'm going to give you my most universal advice, the best recipe for a natural delivery. It's worked for a number of my clients, and they use it all the time. Plus, it was a skill I taught my broadcast students when I was teaching. Without a doubt, like any good story that has a beginning, middle, and end, your podcast needs a solid beginning and a solid end. The middle can be flexible. Think of an Oreo cookie. I'm a strong believer of having a scripted intro in your podcast. And I'm not talking about your produced intro. This is the first time we hear your voice. It's going to capture an audience. This may be the first time people are tuning into your podcast. The more you sound like you know what you're doing and know what you're talking about, the more someone is going to stick around and hear what you have to say. If you're booting around your intro, stumbling over the name of your show and can't find the name of your guest, you sound blush. Script out every word from when you say hello to when you welcome your guest. Start strong, focused, and professional. And rehearse that part. Like, go over it a few times so it sounds natural. The more familiar you are with your script, the more natural you're going to sound. And after you get into it with your guest or your co-host or the subject matter, if you're a solo host, you can back off that script a little bit. This is when you might turn to point form. Point form allows you to map out your material. You're going to stay on track, keep it moving, but be careful you don't get too far off track or go off on a tangent. It's like following a map, not a script. Good interviewers will always script their questions as well, too. So you have those ready to go all the time. But they know their line of questioning, and they're still able to ask new ones and have a little fun along the way. Now, after that ooey gooey middle stuff that you pulled off perfectly, get back to that strong, solid, scripted extra. Finish strong, right? And read it over a few times so it doesn't sound scripted. This ensures you deliver your takeaway, your call to action, and that awesome catchphrase your listeners have grown to love. And I hope that's just the tip you need. No, that's not it. And I hope that's just the tip you need. No, hold on a sec. And I hope that's just the tip you need. Nailed it. All right, why don't you let me critique one of your podcasts? I'll give it a listen, give you a 40-point report card. We'll jump on Skype, and I'll break it all down for you. And I'll tell you whether you should be more or less scripted. And at the end of it, you'll become a better podcaster. Just go to podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Wahlberg. See ya.